Hey, what's up, everybody? So earlier today, I came across a clip on ESPN on Get Up. They talked about the Packers, so I want to react to this. The question they ask here is, can Jordan Love take the Packers to the Super Bowl? And here we have Jeff Darlington, Bill Barnwell, Damian Woody, and Matt Berry discussing this. So I'm going to play this short clip, and then I'm going to give my thoughts on what they have to say here.
Why don't you believe even the Packers are convinced that Jordan Love can carry them to a Super Bowl?
Yeah, the proof is in what you do on game days, the decisions you make, the positions you put your quarterback in, and the Packers are very conservative running the football here. 57% of the time on early downs last year in neutral game scripts, when the games were close, when it wasn't a blowout, they were running the football. Highest rate in football by a significant margin, even higher than the Eagles, who have Jalen Hurts, who's part of the quarterback run game on early downs. Nothing wrong with running the football, but if you have a top 5 guy, if you have a guy who you think is a threat to the other team in the passing game, that they're scared of seeing throw the football, you're throwing the football a lot more on first and second down than the Packers have. Not only last year, yet the year before. So you want to see some growth from Jordan Love, use him more on those early downs. That's when I think you'll know the Packers believe Jordan Love is a franchise quarterback.
I would counter with Jalen Hurts not being a top 5 guy in the league. If they ran the ball with Saquon Barkley, he did just enough to get them to the Super Bowl and then performed highly at a Super Bowl. So I don't know that it's necessarily a detriment to a quarterback if you've got a good running game.
No, it's not. It's not a detriment, but I do think Bill brought up a point. The proof is in the pudding. The fact that in the way in which the volume in which they ran the football and the contract that they paid Jordan Love, I think the Green Bay Packers have some reservation if he's ready right now to be the franchise guy.
Darlington, what do you?
Okay, so I completely disagree with the sentiment that just because the Packers have a high run rate, that means they don't trust Jordan Love. Now, I think it was Bill Barnwell who brought up the stat about in like neutral game script situations. But here I have just the overall pass rate and rush rate. And here's the thing. If the Packers were the only team in the NFL with a good quarterback running the ball at a high rate, you'd say, okay, maybe there's something here. But the bottom 3 teams in the NFL in pass rate are the Eagles dead last, then the Packers, then the Ravens. And I don't think anyone is up here arguing that Lamar Jackson is, someone that the Ravens don't believe in, and that's why they're running the ball at such a high level. Clearly, they also run the ball with Lamar Jackson. But when you have a legit elite running game, why would you not run the ball at a very high level? And you even look at the Bills with Josh Allen, who I think many would not say is someone that is, not trusted by their organization. The Bills have the 25th pass rate in the NFL in 2024. So I don't buy just because they have a, high run rate that sort of means that they don't trust their quarterback. The Lions are up there as well. I think they're the 4th from the bottom in pass rate. And this also has to do a lot with the fact that, when you have teams who are consistently winning, consistently ahead in most games, they're going to end up running the ball more because when you're ahead, you run the ball to, drain the clock down. So I think all in all, I don't think that is necessarily something that shows the Packers don't trust Jordan Love. And I think that the second they paid him $55 million per year, that showed that the Packers believe that Jordan Love can win a Super Bowl, because I do not think you pay a quarterback $55 million if you do not think he has a chance to get to a Super Bowl. Now, am I here saying Jordan Love is perfect? No, I've made it clear here on this channel that I think that for the Packers to be successful in the long run, be successful in 2025, Jordan Love needs to be much more consistent. He can't play like he did against the Eagles in the playoffs. He needs to be able to go out there, be more accurate, be more consistent. There's no doubt about that in my mind. But I think when you have an elite running game, you should 100% rely on it. The Packers had that in 2024, and they relied on it just like the Eagles, just like the Ravens, just like the Buffalo Bills, just like the Detroit Lions. So I don't think that in itself shows the Packers, don't trust Jordan Love. And just looking back to Aaron Rodgers in 2020 and 2021, when he won 2 of his MVPs, in 2020, the Packers were 25th in pass rate. And of course, Matt LaFleur was still there in 2020 as well. So do I think that in 2020, when the Packers won MVP, that they did not trust Aaron Rodgers because he was 25th in pass rate? Definitely not. So those are my thoughts. There's a little more here from the rest of the segment, and I'll play this and give my thoughts.
What do you think?
I don't necessarily think it's about Jordan Love. It's about the team around him. And I believe that the Packers are convinced Jordan Love is a capable quarterback in a championship game, just as the Eagles did with Jalen Hurts. It's about the foundation that's built around him. And to that, I don't think the Packers are ready for a Super Bowl run yet.
All right, so he makes the point. I think that is, I'm pretty sure that's Jeff Darlington, that he thinks the Packers need more around Jordan Love. honestly, I do think that if Jordan Love played like he did against the Cowboys last year in the playoffs, if he played like that consistently, I think the Packers, could have gone deeper into the playoffs. They would have had to beat the Eagles. But I think the defense, for the most part, played good a lot of the game. I mean, it's tough to stop Saquon Barkley. But I also think that, if Jordan Love was playing at that top-tier level, they would be competing and going farther in the playoffs. And, of course, when you throw 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, it's very tough to, win any kind of football game. So, all in all, I do think Jordan Love needs to be better. There's no doubt that adding pieces around him, adding an edge rusher, adding, someone in free agency is going to help this team. I assume we will see Brian Gutekunst make moves, especially with the large amount of cap space the Packers have in 2025. So it's going to be fun to watch this offseason to see how the Packers decide to, build around Jordan Love and the rest of this team. If you want more Packers content, feel free to subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys next time.